This year's project has been restoring this old rock house. We've got new windows, got new service, but this is a coal chute. This was an old house that used to be heated on coal. Now we've got propane heat, but this is the outside of it. It's got a basement, a main floor, and a top floor. It's 40 by 40. We've been working real hard in here. There used to be 2 lights in here. As you can see, there was one there and one right there. I've covered them up. We've put one center light. Then we've put some recessed lighting in here. I'm working on these holes a little bit. But we've run all new electrical in here. Or I have. I've done it all. Now I've put up all this crown molding. We're getting close to being done. These new windows really help out a lot. I put all new switches in here. Keep the heat out or in. But I'll show you what we've started with. This room is kind of what we started with. This was an old bedroom and now it's a bathroom, but that's what we look like. You can see all those imperfections on the ceiling. No crown molding. You know, we're fixing that. This is another room. I've run all new electrical everywhere in the house. Everywhere. Here you can tell I've had to go through every wall and do this. Cut out all the drywall and run a wire up through the basement and cut all the way around, just like that, all the way around. Been able to put those wires in. See, this room originally had 1, 2, 3 outlets. And now it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 outlets. Way more than you could ever need. But that's how I wanted it, so I did it. We've still got to work on putting that drywall back, but I'm not putting it back until we work on this room. This room's really not been touched much. It's been a storage room. This room's not been touched much at all. I've got to go through in here and cut everything out. And it's actually going to be the laundry room. Washer and dryer is going to go here. I've got to cut a hole in the side right there. I've got to get the core bit and drill through the rock to put the dryer vent out. I've got to run some plumbing up in here. We're going to put shelves over here and a countertop, and we'll put 2 outlets there. This will be the laundry room slash pantry storage area. We've got a new ceiling fan. I've still got to put a ceiling fan right there. It did have a switch right here coming from the, that went to the old ceiling fan. But that was kind of in a weird place, so I moved it. I had to cut a hole in this wall so I could bring the wire from the basement up through this stud right here. Gotta go through this stud to the new switch, then come out, go up go up into the ceiling fan. But I'm working on getting all this skimmed out, because this was really rough area. But I'm coming right along in here. Just taking some time. I've got to remove that old plug. I think that was a clock or something. Gonna patch it up. None of the old wiring in this house is connected. It's all cut out. This is the basement. I've added, these lights weren't here. Got one at the top of the steps, one at the bottom of the steps. Come down to the basement. And then I've got one light switch that turns them all on. So you can see this old foundation here. This is all stone from the mountains. I've got one dedicated circuit to our deep freeze over there. It's ground fault protected. If you like a bunch of old stuff, this was my great grandmother's. This is where she did her canning. Still got beans in here. Just old. I mean, this place is a time capsule. Date on that, I don't know if you can read it. It says 1982. There's a little tag in there that says it. I mean, they're still good. But this place is a time capsule. This is an old wood stove here. Not exactly sure what you call it. It's before my time. And it had a flue into the chimney here. Still, see, gotta get the chimney man here, see what he says about this. But we do have propane heat. This house used to be coal. That's the coal chute. And it would all come in here. And then it became fuel oil heat. Probably in the 80s or so. And then probably in the early 2000s, it became propane. See, this is the door to the outside. This was my grandmother. She would use just old clothes as insulation. Just stuff everything up in there. This was just an old pair of pants I found in there. I guess that was one of my great-grandfather's pairs of pants. Here's an old washing machine. We got it all down here. We're just trying to modernize it up. But not too modern. You know, we still like the old farmhouse feel. This house is 40 by 40. It's 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. This used to be a bedroom till they got indoor plumbing, and now it's a bathroom. If you look, right there is the old outhouse. This is an old staircase from a old governor's house, is what I was told. And it's been cut down. My grandfather, great-grandfather, cut it down and modified it to fit in this house. This is the top floor. You can see it is not finished. So you can come right over here and you can see the rock. That is the outside. This entire house is made of oak. So when you're drilling in here, you have to pre-drill everything or you will snap absolutely every single screw you put in there. The plan is one day, once the bottom's finished, we're going to go through and we're going to put more rooms up here. This is one room through here. This is like a little foyer room. This is the only piece of drywall up here. And here's another room. And there's another smaller room right here. But as you can see, we're far from living up here. This was all, it's just all open. Right there, that's the rock. That's what's on the outside. The reason this isn't finished is my great-grandfather got sick and he wasn't able to finish this when they were building the house. So it's been like this for a long time. And this is going to be a lot of work, but I'm excited to do it. We use this cover here. Right there, that cover keeps a little bit of the heat in here, not all of it. And that's been like that for a long time. It's a whole lot warmer down here than it is up there. So as you can see, got a lot of work cut out for me. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel. That outlet there is where the TV's gonna go. It was there, but we're moving that. There's a good looking out place for the dog. Got her a chair. This has been over a year project. You know, I work full time, so I do this on the weekends and when I can get some free time. You know, me and my brother, we also bale hay. So we do square bales and keeping up with this farm, so we stay busy. So I've got a lot of plans for some videos here. I also do a bunch of mechanic work. So I stay real busy. Here's the bathroom. That was some temporary power I had to run to the window, guys. They need some power upstairs to cut all the old windows out, but it's disconnected now. See, it's got an old bathtub through here. Got to get a new vanity, get a new medicine cabinet, rerun all that wire. I've kind of just been putting this on the back burner. Got to put a new fart fan in here. It ain't got one. So you can really see all the drywall. We'll have to scrape, tape, mud it a few times, sand it, put some screws in it, get all these nail pops covered. But the plans for this bathroom is probably take this tub out and do just a walk-in shower, just so it's a whole lot easier to get in and out of. We've done all new ceiling fans throughout. Everywhere has got the same fan. We've got primer on this room. Still need to caulk everything, but you see we've got all new outlets. This room had, let's see, I don't see any in the baseboard. This room had one outlet right under this window. One. That's the dining room. This is the living room. We've done the same thing. You can kind of see some rough mudding. This has got one coat of mud on it. But you see where we cut everything out and had to run all new electric. There's an old outlet. I think this room had maybe 3 outlets in it. This is another bedroom in here. New ceiling fan, new crown molding, all new electric. See, we've got all new electric right there, all throughout. I put 2 plugs on each wall in every bedroom. So there's one back there. We've got to come in here and do all the drywall. We've still not skimmed any on the ceiling. So you can see right there, the old skimming. We're just going through and smoothing that out. I'm doing all of this I am doing all of this by myself. It's kind of a fun project. But I have taken all the old electrical out of this house and have a pile of old wire downstairs. But this has been a project for a while, and I can finally see the finish line. Here we still got a run crown all the way through there, down in this little hallway area. But we're waiting on the chimney man to come and inspect everything, and we're gonna just make sure we don't have to tear much of this drywall out. I didn't want to put any crown molding there while there's drywall, and then have to take it back if we redo, tear it out. So I'm just waiting. Back here's another chimney flue. Gotta wait on chimney man, and I'll probably block that out. But it's coming right along. It's an absolute mess in here. This house was my great-grandparents' house. They built it they used everything from this farm. This is my family's farm in here. So this house was my great-grandparents' house. You know, everything that was used to build this was pulled right off of this farm. This is my family farm. So my grandparents have a house across the street, and no one has lived in this house since probably the 80s, full time. You know, we've had family staying here, but right now we're getting this house fixed up. My mom is moving in. This is going to be her retirement house, so I'm getting everything fixed up for her and looking good, up to code. So we're just getting it all squared away. This house was built in the 50s, I do believe. So it's getting on 80 years old. It's close to it. And it's needed a lot of repair, but this room is getting very close to being done. So if you look through here, walls are pretty darn smooth. We've got all this up for all the sanding, but I've got all these walls primed in here, and it's looking a whole lot better than it did compared to what it used to be. Right here used to be an old coal furnace. We've gotten rid of that. We're gonna probably do a wood burning stove in here, accompanied with the propane. This house has got well water, and that's it. So she's pretty off the grid, as some would say. Still got electric though, so not completely. One day we might look into getting a better pump. That's all the pressure we got. See, I'm trying to knock one room out, I guess. I'm gonna paint this crown molding, paint the ceiling, get it done. But I'm gonna leave the walls primer. That way, you know, we can move everything from living room, you know, hallway, whatever, kitchen, move it in here. Get the ceiling crown done, walls primed. Probably gonna end up painting the walls in here. You know, get those painted, then we can move stuff back. And eventually, this will be the last room empty. We'll paint everything and be done. The hardest part about all this is this right here. Paint color. This whole room's been painted, but my mom don't like the color. Gotta choose another one. I've done all this by myself. The only thing we've hired out is the windows. We got a company to come in and put all new windows in. But other than that, I've done it all by myself. From the finish trimming, the painting, the drywall, to electrical. I've done it all. Now, I won't take credit for everything. I have had some help hanging the crown. My mom's been helping me a little to get me stuff, so I ain't done everything by myself. Just want to clarify that, so if anybody sees this. I plan on giving updates throughout. You know, we've already done a lot, but I'm gonna give updates on YouTube. You know, I just enjoy documenting this just for me. So if you like what you see or you got any questions, comment down below and I'll answer them. So that about sums up everything. You know, if you got any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and ask me. So this is a work in progress, but I'm excited to film some more of it and show everybody just what I can do and just the progress of fixing this old house up. Thanks.